Wichita State, always a big fan. Coaches, no joke. Hard nose. No slack at all. Which is something endearing about college is, the idea that it is sort of built around the head coach because players come and go.
Yep.
But big fan, though.
Yeah, that actually leads to a really interesting question that I had for you. Because this is a really interesting time in basketball right now. We got Adam Silver contemplating getting rid of the 1 year requirement. What do you think about this?
So it's complicated, but so when they got rid of the whole you had to go to college for 1 year, like the D League or the G League as we call it now because it's sponsored, right?
Sponsored by Gatorade.
Exactly. So I think that was nowhere near where it's at now, right? Mm. So every company out there has, I would assume, has some sort of research and development. Think of it like research and development. You put in a lot of time. You scout a kid from high school. You draft a kid from high school. Now, instead of sitting on a roster where NBA guys are like, what are you doing here? You're not helping us win. Or, a kid's acting crazy. He's 18 years old. Now, like the G League is full of young guys who are hungry and trying to make it. Yeah. They fit in better with that environment. And they're playing like 35 minutes a night. So a much better environment for developing. A lot of people don't get this. When you're in the NBA, unless you're playing 20 minutes a night, 25 minutes a night, you're not playing a lot of basketball. Like how asinine is that? When I got done playing, I played more basketball in my rec leagues, in my men's league, the YMCA league, than I did in the NBA because I just wasn't getting minutes. So I think the NBA would do a much better job of developing guys, but college will always have certain players. An example with Oklahoma, Trae Young, right? Trae Young was probably the 100 best player, the 50th best player coming out, right? And you can group all those guys in. So he was nowhere on the radar of being a top lottery pick. But let's say he would not have came out of high school. So he went to college and they watch him play. He would still be a lottery pick, right? So college is not going to die with the best players going to the G League. People are still going to go to college. And another misconception is for every NBA player that makes it, the Kobes, the Garnetts, the LeBrons, the Jermaine O'Neals, right? That percentage of those guys making it and the guys who don't make it, it's the exact same percentage as guys going to college. So only 10% of the people are going to really make it. That every year, that are going to extend a career 5 years, 7 years. Most guys are going to get their chance. They're not going to perform. They're going to be gone. And there'll be a whole crop of new guys in the following year. It's not like a crime against a high school player that decides to do that. He wasn't good enough. He could have went to college and still not be good enough. That's just the way it goes.
But why not keep them longer? So like, for example, what's happening right now, March Madness is a 3-week advertisement for the NBA and for the NCAA. And it's
How is it an advertisement for the NBA?
Because these guys, like your Trae Youngs and the guys who come in who wouldn't have necessarily gotten into the NBA out of high school are now going to play in the NBA because of this. And when they come in and they only play for a year, we get to see them for a very brief time, these 3 weeks. Like, you watch some regular season games, but really this is what you're watching, right? Yeah. Now, if they played for 2 to 3 years, we know them year after year after year. Just like the guys, like when you think about like old school basketball, even like when I was like really young or you were really young, we knew these guys because we watched them play in college.
Okay.
And that's better for the NBA.
Okay. Is it better for the kid though?
I don't know. I mean, if the kid doesn't get hurt, it's better for the kid because the kid has more time to mature and has more time to gain a following, potentially get more endorsements out of college, stuff like that.
Sure, there's definitely people ask me this all the time, like, should college players get paid? I never thought that college players should get paid. I had a strength coach that would work with me twice a day. I had grad assistants that would shoot with me every single day. I had coaches that coached me. I had a platform of TV where I can play, the media platform of all that. Like all that went in. Like my career is like marginally going this way or that way. And every single thing that I took advantage of in college allowed me to stretch out 11 years in the NBA, move on and do the media thing, whatever, right? It was very helpful for me. But their argument would be like, well, everyone's not taking advantage of it like you did. And I would say, yeah, but they have the chance to. Sure. It's a great platform. But Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, those guys don't need a platform. They're just so good. Right. So those guys should have the right, like whether they go to college or not, there are guys that need the platform. There are guys to build their brand up. But those guys don't need that. And the issue would then be, are you taking a kid that's probably one day not going to make it? Like he's going to be out of there 2 years and he's done. And you're not giving him that opportunity to really develop? Yeah, you're taking that away from him But for all the other guys that can make it, like, how do you decide that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So where I'm at with the rule, I don't know. I would love to see kids go to college and take advantage of the opportunity, but I think it's also important for guys to be able to have that option. And everyone has their choice, right? No one's forced to do it. You don't have to go to college. You can go overseas.
True.
So you can do whatever you want to do. It's not like, kid, you're going to college no matter what. It's not like that.
And you could stay in as many years as you want. You don't necessarily, at least 4. You don't have to leave after your first year. So.
And just like anybody out there that goes through their life, like every decision leads to something else, right? And if you make bad decisions, man, you got to live with it. Just like these kids going to college, don't blame the institution for kids making bad decisions. It's just kids making bad decisions.
Here's to making good decisions.
Somehow I keep doing it. I mean,